Just a second. I'm on my main character. It died. The proxy's here. Proxy hasn't found anybody or seen anybody. So the question is why did I die while I was AFK at the creeking farm? So while you stare at the ocean here, bear with me. I'm running through the base. I'm going to pick up an elytra and rocket here. Fly back out. I'm pretty sure that everything despawned, and not that I had anything. I didn't have anything on me worth anything. Even the armor I had was just basic armor. So I mean, there's no loss of anything. There's an elytra. Of course, I take the one elytra that's not enchanted. What am I looking for? It's always tricky that you can never find what you want to find when you're looking for it, right? I mean, what I need is a rocket. And I'm not finding any rockets. Well, I can jump off the wall and coast down to some rockets. If I can figure out how to jump off the wall. Hey, Mr. Cow. I found our cow. There's gotta be some rockets around here somewhere, dude. You know what? I'm gonna have to put like just shulks of rockets everywhere around this place so that when needed we can use them. Because here I'm trying to I'm trying to get out of the there we go. All right, cool. Okay, so now I can get up here on the wall and get down. Sorry. We're doing an audio episode only. What you're seeing on the screen is just visuals. Just kidding. All right, we're flying over to the village. We're gonna grab some rockets out of this. I doubt my stuff's still there, and like I said, I didn't have anything anyways of value, but I'm curious how I died, because it should be impossible to die based on where I was. And I'm sure everything's despawned, but let's come up. Because I was standing in the creeking farm, and nothing can spawn in here unless somehow I don't know. Well, I'm back in place to continue my clicking. My alt is fine. Okay, well, I don't know. I died. I lost stuff. It wasn't any of my special gear or anything, so I'm not worried about it, but curious. I probably would have noticed if I had the sounds on. I'm just curious of how I died. Maybe of starvation? Ah, that could be because I'm standing there swinging, and maybe I died of starvation because I don't have the auto eat on. You know, I bet you that's what it was. Like if I look at my alt, yeah, my alt food is down. So if I turn on auto eat, there we go, for both of them. There we go. Yeah, and now they're eating. Okay, cool. All right. I don't know. I bet you that's what it was, because I don't know how else I would have died. There's no way mobs could get there. There's no spawning surfaces. The creaking can't get to me. But who knows? Excitement for the episode. You got to stare at an ocean and listen to me figure out why I died on my main account. because I have 4 Minecrafts going on right now. Now one of them's a proxy, so it's not the full Minecraft. It's just the proxy through the through a subserver. But the other 2 are Minecraft. So I've got 3 Minecraft instances playing at the moment on the same computer. I've got a little bit of a chunk spawning issues here. Or someone planted a cherry tree. I doubt they planted it. Because why would they? What purpose would that have served? Lots of mobs here, though. Fairly recent. As they all meet their... Well, recent is a very subjective term. It's recent in the fact that there's mobs here that haven't despawned or burned up during the day and stuff like that. But I also realized that these mobs could have been here for... I think we have a base. Oh, nope, it's a village. These mobs could have been here for literally years. That someone traveled through here years ago. Ender chest, good. I can put my horn away. And just no one else has been through. And the mobs have been sitting here for years, waiting for someone, please, someone come and put us out of our misery. You think? It could be. There's a lot of loot right here, laying on the ground. Dirt blocks, a bow, some seeds. Nothing really in here. Can we put the horn in this? Nope, can't put the horn in that. Well, what good is it? I did steal this. If you've been watching, you know what that's about. Okay, we picked up something, but it just looks like a bunch of blocks. I'm not seeing useful stuff. Yeah, I stole that shulk from a place that we found that we cannot show contents on camera, so... Not that I want the art. I have copies of the art, you know, because collecting, even though it is the type of art that is not for children, and necessarily not for adults either. Did we use up our food? We did. As I fight a spider with a stake and try to eat at the same time. Alright, we're gonna have to start killing some animals. And at some point cooking up some food, because we're getting low. So we'll just chop up a few of these cows and run away from the baby zombie at the same time. Just let me run, zombie. I know you want some of the cow steak too, but it's for me, okay? Me and me alone. There, now we can outrun you. You can't run as fast as I can on ice. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Cool. Well, that'll give us some food to cook at probably the next village with a furnace. Oh my goodness, it's snowing. My nose is getting super itchy and stuffy right now. It's like... I do like Minecraft snow, but when you have particles all the way up, it does make it a little bit trickier to see. doesn't it? We're kind of traveling along the seam here of 1.12 chunk loads and 1.19 chunk loads. See if this reveals anything besides a ruined portal over there. Don't hit me with slow. Oh, he hit me with slow. He said, well, you came close. I'm going to hit you with slow. It's like, thanks. How long is this slow going to last? We'll use the ice to our advantage to get away from the creeper. Oh, it's starting to run out. Okay, good. Come on, go away. I want to run again. Let me run. All right, we can run. There's another one that has a slow bow. We're going to come out here on the ice. All right. Whee! Now it's time for some speed travel. And into the ocean. Oh, that got us a little ways. It's kind of like a square here, isn't there? Because it looks like he turned. Yeah, it just cuts back down. It looks like they must have built a portal. They flew around, then went back. I'll check this ship. I highly doubt it. But you never know. Someone could have just filled 3 chests here full of shulks and figured, well, it's kind of like in the middle of a random place. Probably nobody's going to take a look at this. Right? It's possible. But no. We got spiders falling from the sky. Wow. I'm calling for help. I'm being attacked by spiders. Help me, help me. Alright, well, we'll continue onwards then, since we didn't find anything of interest. You know, I should put my other Minecrafts on the other window so that I can see them. So that way, if all of a sudden I'm dying, I can go, oh, I'm dying. No, someone was through here. See, look, they dropped off stuff. Well, we know someone was through here, but I just figured all the red dots was dead mobs dying during the day, you know? But nope. Someone threw out some stuff. Probably while they were flying, emptying their inventory a tad. Almost looked at an Enderman. Probably not a good idea. Because there's no trees to hide under around here. And even though I have good armor, Endermen tend to not care about good armor. They tend to murder you anyways. Which is very rude of them. You know, just because you looked at them. You know, I mean, they're not ugly. I mean, if anybody was ugly, it would be the zombie, right? So, why does the Enderman care if you look at him? Maybe he's afraid that you'll figure out his identity, maybe? And that's why he doesn't want you to look at him? I guess that could be the case. Excuse me, I was trying to jump up there and you just knocked me down. Now you're shooting me in the back. That's just so rude. I don't like this terrain. The only good thing is it's the old frozen biome. And so I don't have to worry about falling into a snow trap. Hey, we got a black and white bunny. I haven't seen one of them for a while. Usually you just see the white ones and the cream colored ones in the desert. Oops, get back here, steak. I didn't mean to throw you. We might be hungry later. Okay. We'll just backtrack to get out of here. I could have built up. I realized that. But I'm lazy. Like someone just kind of plopped over here. There's not a square like end portal was placed, but I like snow, and I even like some of the biomes that Minecraft puts in, but not my favorite biome. Can we, excuse me? There we go. It's raining. How pleasant. Well, let's continue our journey. Here soon, before we know it, we're going to be at the 200,000 mark. That'll be an accomplishment, right? Let's get rid of the markers. There we go. Whoops, wrong button. Ooh, they're eating up my armor. Does this stuff not have mending? No, it all has mending. I just haven't killed enough to get XP. I'll have to... At some point I might have to pause, especially if I find an old farm or something that's still working, like a mob farm. I might pause and do some XP gathering to get everything repaired. Gonna have to cook food here shortly anyways. I had a thought, but the map didn't support it. That in that village down there with all those chests, it could be a loot stash, but it didn't show that there was a bunch of mobs, you know, drowns spawned around it. If there was a bunch of drowns all around it, then that would tell me that, okay, someone spent time there and the drowns were spawning. And so maybe I should check the chests. But didn't see any icons show up on the map. But maybe, maybe I wasn't in range either, so you never know. Getting into a lot more area here where there's been people exploring in the 1.19 version, which has still been out for quite a while, so doesn't necessarily mean anything. Oh, we don't want to travel through a jungle. I think we're going to go around. Yeah. We'll just float along the edge if we can. We already had a big jungle. We don't need another one. I think that was in the last episode. But we don't need one for this episode. Well, wow. We got a mangrove forest. new spawn areas. Come here, boat. You have served us well. You shall continue to serve us. You haven't sprung a leak yet, so we'll keep going. The little outpost tower built up around them while they stood there during the night and stayed away from mobs. They were up on a tree, so I don't know why they had to build up a little thing, but they did. What will we find next? Anybody want to take odds? We could play I Spy. I Spy something green. Okay, your turn. Come on, aren't you gonna guess? No? Well, if you're not gonna guess, how are we gonna play? Alright, I'll tell you, it was a piece of sugar cane. Is that what you guessed? Did you guess a piece of sugar cane? If you guessed a piece of sugar cane, you can put it in the comments. Hey, look at this. We've actually got some paths. We got a north and a west, a north path and a west path. So do we stay on the path and start following? I mean, I highly doubt we're out far enough to really make a difference. It is a 1.12, and then someone has flown over it in 1.19. You can see that. So probably not going to encounter anything. Well, nothing new. Ruins, obviously. That's another jungle temple. We could find some ruins, maybe. All of these paths look to be very well traveled out here. There we go. I'm stubborn. I knew I could make that jump. If I was out further, then I would say, okay, we can follow this. But then you realize that some of these paths like this, some of these trails, they literally go for millions of blocks. And it's like, okay, so are we going to, with no elytra, we're going to follow this path 2 to 3 million blocks with lots of intersecting paths and hope we find something? It's like, not sure about that. Might take a while to do something like that. We ran out of water. Back to land. Oh, I need to eat. Stay back, creeper. I'm eating. I don't interrupt you when you're eating. Shouldn't interrupt me. We need to find a village. Well, I mean, I can make furnaces, but if we find a village, then we can be indoors, out from the rain, borrow the furnace, cook up some steak, chat with the villagers for a while, see what the news is, see if we can catch an episode of Villager News from Element Animation. Have you ever seen those? They don't do as many as they used to, and of course, some of the stuff that they've been doing obviously has been like for Mojang and whatnot, which was really cool. that they get to do that. But I always liked the egg series and the Villager News, and then the Contestificate Man. I know I've got that wrong. There's something. Oh no, this is probably okay. That's I was gonna say, oh, we found something. No, that's just a trial chamber, which is not what we're looking for, but it does show that we are in new 1.21.4 chunks, or we're near the edge of. Yeah, see, just over there on the map, you can see the light color. So technically, we don't want to just go into those areas. We would want to follow what we're following right now, which is kind of a trail. We're going to find lots more trails. I'm not worried about that. We're too close still to spawn, technically, to not have tons of trails everywhere going every which direction. We're going to find trails all over out here. But that's our second trial chamber we found on this journey. So technically, you only have to go out about 150,000 and you can get into new areas. Not very big ones. As you can see, there's just small little partial loaded chunks. You can see the chunk edge right here where these vines are. Right? Between swamp and forest. And now we're back into 1.12. My favorite flowers, these blue ones. There's tons of loot on the ground, but I'm not seeing it. Right? So look at all the red dots. Huh. Not sure what the map is picking up. But whatever it is, it's not there. It's invisible. Invisible loot. There's the portal. And another portal. Multiple portals. Maybe the loot's underground. Oops, wrong button. Could be. It could be loot or just remnants of blocks and stuff underground, but I'm not seeing anything. I know it's dark. I didn't turn on the bright, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything that just stands out like there's tunnels or anything like that. Yeah, even far down I'm not seeing anything. Don't know. Well, there's one loot. It's a leaf. Right in front of me. I would say one portal's the original, the other portal was probably a base hunter. There's loot. Seeds. I found seeds! We're saved! We have seeds! Yay! Hey, Mr. Gold Zombie. Don't mind me, I'm just passing through. You can go about your business. Same thing with you, Mr. Skelly. Just continue about your business. Nope, nope, nope. You don't need to send anything my way. We've got to hopscotch blocks here. There we go. Invisible spider. I saw it. Can't hide from me. Ugh. Can't travel either. We are going to have to stop it here in a moment and cook up stuff because we're going to be out of food. It is approaching 30 minutes on the episode too. So, well, outside of the second trial chamber seeing, we haven't found really anything else yet. It's just around the corner that we'll find something. That's the way it works out here. Seems like it's always night. Is it always night? Or is it just me? Oh, there's a cobble. Someone was traveling on foot like me. Put down their little cobble to jump up the block. I will use it to get up. Thank you very much, whoever you are. You have contributed to my journey and the success. There's something you don't see every day. There once was an ocean around here, or there once was a great tidal wave. It washed up the ship extremely high on the shore, and it grounded on some rocks. Since then, the trees have grown, the plants have returned, but the ship hasn't rotted. It is made out of an unrottable wood that will last forever. And yes, there may be treasure, because those that were once shipmates stashed their booty in the ship. This looks like a good spot to build up, get on board, get inside with a door, check the chest. Interesting. Realize we don't have wood to make a crafting table, but that's all right. We will do that. And cook up our steak so that we're ready for the next episode. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We got 13 steak here to cook. There we go. We got an egg to throw out the window and spawn a chicken to fight the creeper. We're good to go. Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll see you in the next episode of Fusion's Adventures. Take care.